Hey guys, listen. So I'm gonna be quick today. But something came over me. I just wanted to share with you all on today. For those who are new to the channel or who are not familiar with me, I'm Angela Hester. I am with Priceless Empowerment, spiritual-based coaching and counseling services, and I am trying to expand the conversation on being destined and depleted, meaning that you are called to do some amazing things, but you are simply too exhausted to carry those things out. So let me tell you guys, when I was going through my journal earlier today, and I've been wanting to do this, but it's been a busy day, right? A busy day. But I wanted to almost have a bit of a part two on my last video where we talked about not being able to show up and slow down at the same time, right? And that is in the slowing down is where you will gain the perspective on where and when to show up, right? So one of the things that I thought was really beautiful during my transition and in the midst of my transition, so I guess same thing, was that I been able to identify a lot of benefits, a lot of the takeaways, right, that I have gotten from the slow it down, right? There was one thing that really stood out to me, and that was that in the slowing it down, you really start to hear God speak, right? And even before even going to what I had seen in my journal, T.D. Jakes, oh my God, let me see if I can find it. It was a sermon that I was able to be there for, the one that I told you guys about when I went to Texas. And he was preaching on Prayer Partners Part 2. And let me tell you something that he has said, because I want to make sure you know this is from him and not from me. I give the credit where the credit is due, okay? So he said, the God that I worship carries me. He speaks to me. He speaks through me. And he speaks for me because I know not. And I thought that was so extremely powerful, right? But in reviewing my journal or kind of being called to this entry that I had, I was like, oh my gosh, that like truly ties into what I had written down before, right? So it was almost kind of like, I don't know if it was confirmation for me to share, but here I am. So I'm sharing. And so if you still with me, stay with me, right? So I have been doing, I'm always doing a lot of prayer for direction, a lot of prayer for my clients, right? That I work with. So I'm always in prayer about something, right? But let me tell you what I wrote real quick. And this is just to further show you guys that when you really put yourself on that journey from being that destined and depleted journey, right, so that you're able to reframe that thing and really start focus on what you're called to do, some amazing things happen, right? Mine had to start with the slowing it down process, right? Not slowing it down in terms of me not seeing consumers anymore, because that's what I'm called to do, but me being able to slow it down to get some perspective, right, on those things that I was showing up for that was taking me away from what I was called to do. But let me jump to a stick with me. What does Sarah say? I told you guys I'm always referencing. What she say? Stick with me, I'm gonna bless you. I don't know if it's going to be all that, but still stick with you. So this is what I have. God showed me literally what light in the dark looks like. He showed me beauty in the dark, in the unknown, right? He showed me the calm in the midst and after the storm. In the midst, because it was still raining. And I'm going to slow it down in a second to explain what I mean by that. The storm was moving through, but it did not pass over just yet. And yet and still, in the midst of the storm, God showed me light. He showed me rainbows in the sky in the midst of the storm. While it was still raining, he showed me literally, not he gave this to me by word. Literally, he showed me. He guided me to go outside, and I was able to see these double rainbows. I had this mic on. I'm probably loud. I'm excited. But it was still raining and thundering out, right? So I put Holy Spirit, I receive it, because I was very receptive in that moment based off of what I was praying about. So what I wrote down is that, well, not even that, but what I titled the revelation was double rainbows, right? Because what I had been praying about, right, is for me to be able to sustain in my slowing it down process, right? Because I am ambitious, right? I am so ambitious. And many individuals who believe they are called to make a difference, no matter how large or small, no matter the scale, usually are ambitious people, right? And so I had to do a lot of praying in my slowing it down process. And for God to come and say, listen, you may think, right, that you are in a space and place where things are dark, where you're trying to figure things out. But let me show you this double rainbow so I can let you know that in that slowing it down process, trust me that things are going to come to pass for you to truly 100% fulfill what you were called to do, right? So let me slow it down. So it was one day that we had a real bad thunderstorm, and something kept on telling me, and I wrote it down because I want to make sure I got the recollection correct. But some kept telling me to go to look out the window. So I finally went on ahead and did it. And the first window I went to go look out of was the back window that leads to my backyard. And I didn't understand why. I knew I had been praying, but I didn't understand why. But the more that I had that inkling, the more I could see like the light kind of shining in. Now it's raining. It's thunderstorming where I am, all of that. But I could see the light kind of coming in through the blinds. And I think that intrigued me because it was like, if not almost 6 o'clock at night, it should have been getting dark. It's thundering and storming. Where is this light coming from, right? But when I went to look out the window in the backyard, it was the light was appearing, is what I had written down, but it was not speaking. The light was appealing, but it was not speaking. So how many times when we feel like we called to do something and something it sounds appealing, it looks appealing, and we like, let's go, let's do it, right? But it ain't really speaking to us. It's not speaking to our spirit. It's not speaking to our soul. It's not speaking to what we're actually called here to do. But because it's appealing, right? We jump at it. We show up for that temporary pleasure. Right? Are you with me? Is it just me? It could just be a connection of me. But I thought I would jump on here because I was just like, all right, that's I'm with you. So then, okay, so it's appealing, but it's not speaking to me. But then the Spirit said, well, no, go to the front. Go to the front. So I did. So I put my shoes on and I went outside. And I'm gonna show pictures now. My camera, I gotta get a new camera, or a new phone, camera and phone. But so my pictures is a little janky, but I'm gonna share them anyway. So that you can see what I'm talking about. But I went outside and this is what I wrote down as soon as I came back into the house, because I stood out there for I don't know how long, because in my mind I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, it was bright. Like it was bright. It was almost 6 o'clock at night. It was bright. And it was just like the way that the light was shining. It was a thunderstorm. Like we were going through a thunderstorm and it's almost 6 o'clock at night. right? Not in the summertime. This was just a few weeks ago. So I put on here, the light spoke because it did. The light sang because it did. The light danced because it did. The light shined so brightly over me. Glory be to God. The light was so amazing. It was so amazing. It was almost like God was saying, no matter what, right? I got this, right? No matter if you feel confused about your calling, no matter if you feel doubt or fear in regards to your calling, no matter if you have just shown up so much that you've obligated yourself so much that you like, how can I even make this happen? How can I even give more of myself to anything else because I'm so destined and depleted? I'm so exhausted. I'm tired. I'm drained. I'm sad. I'm depressed. I'm just got so much going on. But God was like, no, all that don't matter. All those things are non-factors when it comes to my calling. All those things are non-factors when it comes to the things that you're destined to do for me. Right? So I want to show you that in the midst of a thunderstorm, in the midst of something that appears to be a thunderstorm, trees falling, it was tornado. I mean, it was crazy. It wasn't tornadoes directly where I was, but not far off. So it was a crazy storm. And here I was standing outside almost 6 o'clock at night, just a couple of weeks ago. And it's just bright. Not only was it bright, but there was also a double rainbow. I'm going to show you all the pictures. They're going to be janky, but I'm going to still show them. Y'all know I ain't got no shame. I own my cornball. I'm going to post them. But it was a double rainbow. And I just thought that it was so amazing that he gave me so much confirmation to where he was basically saying, I don't care what it looks like. I don't care about your doubt, your fear, your exhaustion, all that. You know, I don't care about none of that. If you are willing to do what you need to do to carry out what I called you to do, then I'm going to make a way. I'm going to show you that light in the midst of that confusion. I'm going to show you the light in the midst of that depletion. I'm going to show you the light in the midst of that showing up for things that only give you temporary pleasures, right? I'm going to show up and I'm going to show you that just because it looks like this, if you show up for me, I'm going to show up for you. I don't know why I'm so passionate about this. But that's all I had. I don't even know what I'm going to title this. I don't even know if I'm going to post it. I don't know. I keep hitting this mic. I don't know what it's even going to sound like. But it was something that had kind of came, it came over me, but I was kind of flipping through my journal earlier. And then it just kind of was nagging at me all day. And I'm like, you know what, let me get on here. Let me carry this thing on now. Right? Because he's speaking, I can hear him speaking to me, right? That's the benefit in slowing it down, is you being able to hear from him because you are slowing it down. You're not showing up and cluttering up your life, cluttering up your time, depleting yourself, draining yourself, right? Chasing those temporary attaboys, right? You slowing it down. And again, I know that it may not be easy for everybody to slow it down, but I'm telling you, even if you're able to just build in some meditation time throughout the day, even if you're able to take a realistic look at your task list to say, hey, I can't say yes to not another thing today. I'm going to stick to this realistic task today. Even if it's just to train yourself to check your capabilities for that day before you continue to kind of add on, right? Like it's some amazing things that can happen. Y'all, I am loving this journey that I am on. I thought that seeing my consumers through Priceless Empowerment Coaching and Counseling was amazing. But just doing this is even more amazing. That it resonates with. But if you got anything from this, please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more content like this. Share it with someone if it's not your jam, but you know someone who may be able to benefit from it. Oh, y'all, I'm fired up right now. I was trying. I was like, I'm going to wait. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. And it was like, I need you to put this out right now. I ain't dressed or nothing. I got let me tell you. And I am going to post it. And I ain't got time for edit. So you're going to get it just like how it was given. But I pray that it does resonate with somebody. But this is Angela Hester, guys, with Priceless Empowerment. I'm going to let you guys get back to your day. I pray that if you're doing well. And if you're not doing well, that you are on your way to doing well. But I'm telling you guys, the transformation, it's coming. It's coming to those who feel they are destined to do some amazing things, no matter the size, no matter the scale. It is coming. It is coming. And if you want to receive it, changes do have to be made. There has to be a slowing down in the process so that you can gain some perspective. I'm done. I am done. You guys have an amazing day. Have an amazing day. And I will catch everybody very soon. I was going to try to get out of here without more me in 2023. But I can't. Let me do 1 minute. 1 second. 1 second. More of me in 2023. Hey, more of me in 2023. Hey. Hey. Just as offbeat as I want to be. All right, guys. Bye, everybody.
What's that? It's a rainbow.
How amazing is that?
Daddy,
Glory be to God. That is amazing.
I need you to come see that.
That is absolutely stunning.
Wait a minute, Mom.